Hey guys, it's me Shayna and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a book review on Steve Harvey's latest book, Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success. Interesting enough, you all wanted to know what I thought about the book and is it worth buying. As you can see, I have plenty of tabs for two reasons. One, so I can keep track of what I want to say in this video, and just some like everyday reminders of, you know, when I go back and look at the book and kind of remember where certain quotes are and things of that nature. So if you want to know more about the book, stay tuned. Like many of you, I am not into self-help books. I don't really do self-help books. I don't know. To me, they're kind of cliche, kind of like really blah. But this one, for some reason, kind of spoke to my heart a little bit more. And really, I owe it all to the power of social media. I found out about the book. I was on Facebook, like I'm always on Facebook, and someone that I some friends with on Facebook shared a video from Steve Harvey's fan page, and the clip of the video was him talking about taking the lid off of your jar, and that is a chapter in the book itself. So I was like, oh, this, you know, I was really kind of inspired by that. So I quickly went to barnesandnoble.com to kind of read more reviews about it. It had awesome reviews, so I went and ordered it, got it in like 2 or 3 days, and there you go. I will say, honestly, I think it is a book you really should consider reading. It is a self-help book, don't get me wrong, but I think for me the approach that Steve Harvey takes is, I guess, what spoke to me more, because it's not just about being a better person. Yes, sure, we all could probably be a better person within life and things that we do, but what I like about the book is it's talking about you finding your gift. Finding your gift, learning how to capitalize on that gift, ultimately putting together this vision, using your gift so that way you can move yourself in a direction to be successful in whichever career you so choose to be in. And with that success in your career, you learn how to balance your life as, you know, professional life, your family life. It talks mostly about being successful in your career and ultimately finding that success as a person and as a professional. I do have notes. I wrote the things that I did not want to forget. I am a huge fan of notebooks and journals and things of that nature, so got this right here. But one thing that I loved about Steve Harvey and why I support him is in the book, Steve Harvey is very open about his ups and downs as a husband and as a comedian. He talks about failing out of school. He talks about his failed marriage. He talks about working paycheck to paycheck, working at the factories so that way he has food on the table. He talks about, you know, that he limited himself. He only saw himself as a comedian. He didn't see himself as an author and as a talk show host and as a all-around businessman that he is now. He didn't see himself in that position, you know, years ago, because he thought, oh, I'm just a comedian. This is what I do, and this is it, and here I am. I've arrived because I can, you know, I make $5 grand a week. Yes, I'm here, but he did not see himself in a further position in his career. So I love that he's very open with that, about, you know, he's very open about all of that and how he had to learn different things so that he can get himself together to be a better husband, to be a better father, and ultimately a better businessman. That's why now he has an amazing show, a talk show. He's doing great on Family Feud. Obviously, he has multiple books that are doing very well. One book spawned 2 movies. You know, just really being able to, he realized what his gift was. He fixed his vision, and now look at what he's doing, and he continues that process because he has more that he wants to do. He talks a lot about using a vision board. Many of us have used vision boards. I have not finished my vision board for 2015 yet. I am still working on my vision board for this year. However, my vision board for last year, a lot of the things that I wanted to do last year, I did. So a lot of the premise of his book is talking about your gift. Now, I'm sure you're probably like, what is my gift? What does that mean? And Steve Harvey, his definition of what your gift is the single thing that you do at your absolute best with the least amount of effort. Okay? Your gift is the single thing that you do at your absolute best with the least amount of effort. And as I'm reading, I honestly had to sit and think, what is my gift? I truly cannot answer that question, and I'll be very honest with you. It kind of is disheartening in a sense for me, because I'm like, you do a lot, Shayna. What is it that you do best with the least amount of effort? And I truly cannot answer that question. So a lot of the book, for me particularly, had me really trying to figure things out and questioning, you know, myself as a blogger, as a resale professional. Just, what am I good at? What is my purpose? What am I here to do? So that question I do leave to you. What is your gift? What is the single thing that you do at your absolute best with the least amount of effort? I feel like Steve was really talking to my heart in a lot of this book, because as a blogger, I go, you know, a lot of people, you know, think bloggers have these amazing lives, and to a certain extent we do. But with the competition out here, and you really have to find a place to make yourself stand out more, because a lot of girls are plus size bloggers. There's a bunch of us out here. How does Shayna, or how do you, if you're trying to become a blogger or a vlogger, whatever it is, how do you stand out amongst the plethora of options that are out there? And one thing he did say, he called it the comparison curse, because this is me all over. Some of you are afraid to step up into your gifts because you were too busy comparing yourself to someone else. I cannot tell you how much that spoke to my heart, because I do. I am horrible at that. I am absolutely terrible at that, because I look at everybody else. I'm like, why am I not there? What am I not doing? Why am I not, you know, on the level that they're at? I'm always questioning what I'm doing, because I'm like, what am I missing? What it factor am I missing in this process? You know, I look at girls like Kelly Augustine. She's one of my favorite blogger books. I love her to death, and I know she busts her ass. I can tell you, she works hard, and her product always looks so effortless, and I'm like, how can I be like that? You know, which obviously I cannot be like Kelly. Kelly is herself, and I'm like, damn, what is she doing that I'm not doing? I look at Shantae, who was one of the hardest working bloggers I know. This girl works so hard behind the scenes, you don't even know. She'll come up with she goes up with some amazing content, and I'm like, why am I not doing that? You know, what am I missing? But I can't be Shantae. I can't be like her, because she is herself and herself only. I am myself and myself only, and I am so bad at comparing myself to other bloggers. I'm like, I need to step up. I gotta do better. But how do I do better for me? How do I get it together? How do I do this? And I am so lost in that process. It's almost like that. Those are the moments where I just want to stop blogging, because it's like, everybody else does so much better than me. Why do I continue to do this? In reading the book, this is kind of, it manifested these ideas in me that I've been having for the longest, and I didn't know how to express it. I'm like, and this is why when he says I'm afraid to step into my gift, because I'm constantly looking at everybody else. I'm not focusing so much on Shayna, and I'm like, how do I get out of my own head and just work? And this is kind of some of the things that the book really does force you to think about, because you have to seriously sit down with yourself and figure out where things are at. So another thing he talks about in the book, which, you know, is common sense, but he kind of breaks it down so for more people to understand, is talking about excuses, because we all got excuses as to why something didn't get done. And he says excuses are self-imposed roadblocks, detours, and traffic jams that take you off your road to success. And then he also goes on to say in a later chapter, you can't expect to create a new life and a new vision for yourself if laziness is part of your routine. Procrastination will not get the job done. Doing things halfway, improperly, or not at all won't get the job done. Negativity can never be the fuel that drives your gift. I have tons of excuses why I don't get things done. And also what I love about what Steve Harvey does is, in the process of talking about different things, he has sections in the book where you are to, you know, you write in and he'll tell you different, you know, things that you should do. So there's a part where it says, list your favorite excuses. As y'all can see, I have a very long list of excuses here. He talks about your top 3 excuses that you use, and then to replace those excuses, you have to write your top 3 expectations to move those excuses out of the way. And And for me, I do have a lot of excuses. I will not lie. I have tons of excuses why I didn't do it. I ain't got no money, don't have the right equipment, don't have the right editing equipment, don't have the right lighting, it's too cold outside, there's too much snow on the ground, I don't have enough content to talk about. First class visions do not start in Coach. And I was like, oh, okay, go Steve. But what made sense to me was your past successes are great. There's nothing wrong with celebrating what happened last year, but that was last year. You'll be operating on old successes. You have to not necessarily forget, but move forward. Last year, I was in Essence magazine. I was so ecstatic about that, but I can't, that was August 2014. We are now in March 2015. I have to move past that. Yes, it's in my repertoire. Yes, it's in my portfolio, my media kit and all of that. But we're talking about here and now and forward. He says, you cannot get to the first class life if your imagination will allow you to only see visions of Coach. Told you. It's a lot harder to do than what it said. Like, it's easier said than done. Stepping outside of myself and as I said in most of this video, forcing myself to do what I say I'm gonna do and not being afraid of whether or not they'll come is something that is not easy for me to do. And a lot of the realities of how I feel and what I think he spoke about in this book, and that's why I guess I'm so grateful for the book, because I really had to get in touch with Shayna, whether I'm on, you know, the bus ride to work or my lunch at work. You know, I'm reading through the book and I'm really seeing a lot of similarities between what he's saying and things that I either have thought, experienced, or am going through currently. And I had to kind of come into myself like, you need to get it together, because if you want to make this blog of yours or this brand that you have better than what it is, like if you want to be on a bigger level, if you want to essentially, you know, live a life like the bigger bloggers, like your Gabby's, your Nicolettes, your, you know, Claire Summers, if you want to be on that level and you want to get there, you have to suck it up and get it together. Stop looking at other bloggers as, you know, well, they, you know, why are they doing, why can't I do, just do it. Stop fussing with yourself and stop, you know, limiting what you can do with yourself because you are afraid of whatever else is out there. Like, if negativity is always going to be there, that's something that's part of life, but you have to be able to work past it. You know, you have a lot of time on your hands. Sometimes you have a lot of time during the week. Sometimes my weeks at work are not as busy as other weeks. So sit down and record a damn video and edit it, get it out there. You know, stop waiting for somebody else. Stop waiting for another blogger, because you will always be left behind. And that's kind of the thoughts that I had in reading this book. This is what was going through my head, like, get it together. Like, I can't say that anymore because that's the truth. Get it together. I am still struggling to find my gift. I don't know what that is just yet. If you guys have an idea of what my gift is or should be, comment below. I really, you know, it's disheartening for me not to know what my gift is. Not to say that it should be easy, but it's something that I feel like with all that I've done the last 4 years with the blog, I should at least know what my gift is, or some sort of inkling what my gift should be. Because ultimately that's hindering my vision and moving forward for life if I haven't come to terms with what I'm placed on this earth to do and why. I hope that you all enjoyed the review of Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success. I highly recommend this book. I highly recommend you picking it up. I think you really would find something that resonates with you and your life and in your future career paths. Because Steve, I think, talks from a very personal standpoint that a lot of us can really relate to. And I think that's important when you're writing a self-help book. So I highly do recommend it. You can get it at your local Barnes & Noble, or you can get it on their website, barnesandnoble.com. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon, anywhere they probably sell books. You probably could find this one. So thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up this video. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. If you have figured out what your gift is, or what your vision is, or what you think your vision and gift should be, comment below. Let's have a discussion about acting like a success and thinking like a success. If y'all know Steve, go ahead and share my video with him. Let him know I read the book. Let him know I liked it. Hey Steve. So thank you guys for watching. I absolutely love every one of you, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.